Well, folks, good afternoon and a pleasant welcome to Spoon TV. We are here live at the University of Liberia campus. We are on the campus here, and a breaking news coming from the University of Liberia campus will not meet all of the students of this great university. They're not going to be happy. A very sad news coming up. Shortly, we're going to be talking to the spokesman of the University Faculty Association. They have come out with a decision that is going to affect all of the students. So I'm here with Aaron Kuba, Fabric FM. I'm James Gude Flomo, Spoon FM and TV. Together, we're going to be having a joint interview with the University of Liberia Faculty Association spokesman. They just had a meeting about 10-15 minutes ago, and they came out with a resolution that is going to shake the students of this great university. Well, good afternoon, Chief, and welcome.
Thank you, Mr. Flomo. How are you?
Well, God keeping us alive. Will you make introduction?
My name is Eric Patton, and I'm the chairman of the Public Relations Committee of the University of Liberia Faculty Association, a body that represents the interests of all faculty at the University of Liberia, all 4 campuses of the University of Liberia. This is a body that represents their interests and their welfare.
Okay, students of the university were informed that the Faculty Association was to go for a meeting on today, and we are told that you just emerged from that meeting. You care to tell us the outcome of that meeting?
Okay, yes, as part of our mandate and in line with the Constitution of OFA, the leadership can call, by the mandate of the Constitution, what we call a General Assembly. In the details of our Constitution, the General Assembly is the highest decision-making body of the University of Liberia Faculty Association. And all decisions from the General Assembly are binding. We have had issues at the University of Liberia. Some of the issues date back many years, over a decade. And these issues are issues that we have always brought to the university's attention, previous administration, including the current administration, and they seem not to be listening. And so in June of this year, we held our normal General Assembly. And in that General Assembly, the faculty thought that it was time to take the bull by the horn and bring administration again to the table on several demands. As part of those demands, the faculty had complained that there are disparity in the salary among faculty members at all ranks. If I'm an instructor and there's another instructor, both of our salaries are different. We don't know why the situation, if we are all at the same level, and we could not get explanation. Allowances. If you look at the disparity in allowances, there are also differences. In fact, they cut our salaries and they gave us a portion and require it as research allowance. We of course don't have allowance. They just take a portion of our salary, but they cut the allowance to us. And when you look at them again, you will see that there are also disparities. People at across level have different allowances. Though minute, but there are disparities. That's one of the issues. And we ask that the administration be able to handle. Another issue was that for over a decade, we have witnessed where this academic institution, where nobody will imagine in the world that you have an academic institution that pays a support staff more than the man who keeps the institution as an academic institution. And so you have support staff salary paying our PhD in measurement 3 to 4 times. When in fact the man who is a professor in the classroom is the one who has the institution running. And so when you measure the salary disparity between the support staff and the academic staff is a huge variance. And we thought that was totally unacceptable from the faculty standpoint, and that there was a need to bring the faculty up to the level to ensure that this institution remains an academic institution where the issues of academic are brought to the top and not be regarded as something on a lip service basis. Furthermore, we lamented the issue of the filthiness of the campus. Our offices, our instruments, where our students go, the sanitation issue, all of those issues were brought up and placed before the administration that the campus is filthy. Our offices are filthy. In fact, we don't have offices. They are not sufficient, and then they should do something about it. Because this is an academic institution, it should be conducive for learning. Lastly, we also had issue about our insurance and the social security. Now, the insurance is deducted from our salary. But whenever we go to hospitals or our members go to hospitals, they are turned back or asked to pay additional money on the slip that is provided to them. So we began to make inquiries and we were informed that the university is now remitting to the insurance company what is being deducted from us. In the same vein, we pay social security contributions. We asked the university to provide a status update till date, and I will tell you one of the breaking information that we have as this interview goes on the social security. To date, the university can tell us the status, and we have aged members in our faculty who have been retired, who are retiring, and what is the hope for them when they retire. And so all of these issues were reduced to a resolution voted upon by that General Assembly in June and submitted to the Euro administration, because we thought that we would negotiate the way forward, since there had been issues that have been persisting over the years. However, we have had a series of meetings with the University of Liberia administration, and in one of our last executive meetings, because we could not see a way forward, we did a communication requesting the university to come up with an MOU between them and the faculty on how the issues we raised can be addressed and the time frame for them to be addressed. To date, we don't have an MOU with the University of Liberia in terms of addressing the issues that were raised. And so, because we were mandated by the highest decision-making body of the faculty, the leadership thought it was to reconvene the faculty again in an assembly and to brief them on where we are. And so we convened today, earlier this morning, to provide update to the faculty on where we are. Over 300 faculty members attended, and the issues were placed, and we told them, plain blank, our president was clear to tell them where we are going, what we have discovered. And so the faculty, in their minds and wisdom, thought that the administration was not serious in handling issues that should push this university to what they all profess to be one of the best universities in the 10 universities in Africa. And so we voted unanimously to disengage from all academic activities on all campuses of the University of Liberia. That means undergraduate, professional, graduate school, including the law school. All faculty will disengage from all academic activities until all the demands before the university administration, that includes the issue of our salaries increment that were placed before them as of January 2022, that should be done. The issue of the disparity that should have been handled since July 1 be handled and paid retroactively in terms of the variance. The issue of our social security be handled. The issue of our insurance be regularized. And lastly, to ensure that when we return at this university, we should return to a befitting environment that represents an academic environment conducive enough for students and faculty to conduct their business.
Okay, thank you. Let's talk about some of the things specifically regarding you staying off the campuses till those demands are met. Let's look at the possibility. Have you been able to have a conversation with the university authority in recent time regarding all of your demands?
Of course, we have had 4 engagements. 2 of those engagements were convened by the university authority. One was convened before our last General Assembly, and we have told them that we will only meet with them when the faculty had come up with what they wanted. And so from that assembly, we held the second meeting. From that second meeting, they had our proposal. We went through the points of the resolution. They had said that they were looking at it. And because there were delays, we wrote them that there was a need that would come back to the table to discuss because time was not in our favor. They came back and told us that they were still investigating, and for us we took exception. You have a payroll, you prepare your payroll. How long does it take you to know that Gude Flomo and Eric Patton are 2 instructors, but Gude Flomo's salary is different from Eric Patton? You have your excess pressure, you prepare your payroll, you know you have the information. So it should not take you 5 months. But they continued and said that they were investigating. We said, fine. In one of the last meetings we held, they said they had a report. And we had agreed in principle that we would share all information and be confidential. Whilst we shared our information from the faculty standpoint, the administration refused to share their information with us. So according to them, they have a report, but they cannot share the report with us. And so they want to give us a blank check of saying, yeah, the report is available, it exists, but we want to do this, and for us, we think it's not enough. If you are sincere and you have identified that some of these issues are real, let us all come together and be genuine in handling these issues. And that's why we say we should all commit ourselves to an agreement, a written agreement, because we have in the past where the administration have said something like this semester, we will have a blended learning. They should have provided data according to their pronouncement. As we speak, the data issue is a mirage. So nobody takes the word of the UA administration serious because they have said things and they have defaulted. And so we thought it necessary that this was the time, given all of the circumstances, that we take our action to ensure that whoever is responsible, be it the UA authority, the government of Liberia, because it is the public school, to bring their attention to these issues, and that these issues are handled once and for all, because we cannot end 2021 with these issues continuing.
Yes, you talk about the issue about the pay grade of instructors here. How is it done? Because I'm thinking about in terms of qualifications, whether there is a pay grade, because there are several levels of the university that no people teach here. So how is it done?
Very well. We at the University of Liberia, we have a status level we call the teaching assistant. That is an entry level. Those are bachelor people. They teach beginner courses. Some of them teach the laboratory courses. However, for you to be an instructor at the University of Liberia, the criteria is that you must have a master's degree. That is the criteria. To be an assistant professor, automatically you must have a PhD. That's the criteria. And then, based on other workings from the master's and the PhD, you can get promotion to assistant professor and associate professor. Those criteria exist for the academic side, and we agree because this is an academic institution. However, on the administrative side, there is no regulation. So anybody can be employed in any position without any qualification. And they exist at this university, this academic institution. You will have directors here who have bachelors. They earn 3 times or 4 times than what the PhD instructor has in the classroom. But this is an academic institution. It's supposed to be an academic. I'll give you a test case. We got the data, we got the information. We provided the information to the administration. For example, you have a position called Senior Executive Assistant in administration.
To the president? Or?
Yeah, to the president. A senior executive assistant to the president who works at the will and pleasure, maybe a secretariat, earns $2,860 in allowance plus $300 and some thousand in basic salary. Our PhD, because I want to take it at our high level, our PhD faculty gets $130 United States
As
the same allowance.
okay.
While that guy gets $2,800 for the same allowance. But we are in the classroom making the research. And our PhD instructor basic salary is around, while he is in 300 and some thousand, they're around 160 or 175. So you do the comparative analysis. People in the administrative cycle that they favor, they just give them any salary without any regulation. When it comes to the academic side, then they place a regulation, and the regulation is being played at the disadvantage of many of our faculty. And for us, we say it's unacceptable. It has been continuing for a long time, and it's about time that all of us address it, and we will remain unwavering. This we're not going to bend on. We will restore this place to its integrity, and that integrity means the faculty will be treated as the individuals who make this institution and who've got the students here, and that's why this place is called the University of Liberia.
Yes, most often when these statements are made, especially decisions coming in a group, you need one voice, you need a united front to actually get what you ought to get, and your objective, that is it. So do we have majority of the faculty members abiding by what you just announced, or we may see a divided front, which will not be good for your demands?
So the data we have from the Human Resource Office puts out a little over 400 faculty members. We have over 333 persons in attendance today, which tells you the level of support that this action and this decision has. A majority decision by those in attendance is what we're communicating today. And by that decision, the leadership remains firm, and we're not going to waver unless we have our demands met.
Are you looking at the result that the students are going to get as a result of this strike you're going to be taking? Looking at this semester being a special semester that we are to end anytime from now, in about 2 months from now, this semester should be coming to an end. And you are coming up with a strike again by staying off the campuses. It means that we as students or students of this university may likely not continue this semester. Are you looking at the implication?
Well, I don't know why in the university calendar we call it a special semester. I know as an individual, and we know as Faculty Association, we've taken exception. At the University of Liberia, a standard semester is 4 months. There should be no hurry why we should rush people out in the public when they are not fully prepared. You run a semester in 2 and 3 months when we have not fully exhausted what we're supposed to provide to these students. All took exception. But again, given the circumstances and given the prevailing health situation and the disruption, we all agree that we should adjust because of the time and then make up. However, whatever we do here as faculty is in the best interest of our students. Our colleagues in the sciences will say, for every action, there is equal and opposite reaction. For the quality of output that Liberia requires, there must be equal satisfaction from the end of those who provide those services. Anything less than that, you have poor quality. The result is catastrophe for Liberia. And for that, we don't see how it goes against the interest of our students. All we can tell the students is, remain calm, this is in the interest of everyone. Because when we talk about sanitation and the filthiness of the environment, the students are inclusive. Just a few days ago, they raised some of those issues, and those issues were already before administrators. We had already placed them before the administrators. So it's not about how much we put out there. It's not about the speed with which we put them out there. It is about the quality of our output to the society. That's what matters to us. And for us, we believe that this action should bring out those qualities. And so it's in the interest of everybody.
Okay, before we go, have you been able to communicate your resolution to the administration?
Obviously, in the last 5 meetings, that resolution has been communicated through the office of the Vice President for Academic Affairs, who is responsible for all academic activities here. And we believe that having received that, they will look at it and take it serious, because anything less will remain disengaged.
Okay, thank you so much, and we will keep following this story till we have a better result.
Thank you very much.
Okay.